Dr. Let me get a sound check.
Sound check 1 2 1 2. Sound check 1 2.
State your name, your social security, and
Like long walks on the beach.
Sporting touch of hands. Round number 1. There's that fast start, and that is the fastest knockout in bare knuckle fighting championship.
Hey, mama, no born in the Bronx, raised in Dade. Been in the city since Pit had braids. Bahapanti parties, but I know how to sneak me out. Now it's 7-figure meetings every day. We need a house. It's game time. The game's mine. You know the vibe. Yo, viajado el mundo entero, repping 305.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Don't Blink Podcast. You know, I got the kid in the building.
Hey,
Happy New Year's to you guys.
Yes.
This is the first episode back after
for the new year. Hell
2022, everybody.
Kicking it off. I see Santa brought you a little hat there.
You see that mustache still in style right
Hey, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, today we have Dr. Jeff Rocker in the building.
All day. Happy
Yes,
New Year.
sir.
Thank you, man. Happy New Year.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Of course.
Great to have you here. Dr. Jeff is, he's a PhD in marriage and family, licensed in mental health, and promotes mental health awareness.
Of course.
That's a huge topic. I've always wanted to talk about with
I've always
somebody
wanted to talk about that, especially in the music industry and you with the fighting.
Yep.
That's definitely a vibe. You want to drop some knowledge on us?
No,
What's up?
Got to.
me with the fighting and I've always gone through little things in my head. I think to me, working out keeps me keeps me happy. If I don't work out for 2-3 days, believe it or not, I get a sense of depression, and I'm sure everybody has their thing in their head, whatever helps them.
That's your coping skill right there.
Exactly, it is. Mm-hmm. I met Jeff. I think we met at the celebrity soccer game, right? And then we saw each other at the Sports Illustrated Awards. Yeah.
We're on the same circles.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
My brother. So our show, we like to highlight our guests. We want to know, first of all, where were you born and raised at, man?
Hey, in the county of Dade.
Yeah.
Hey,
Awesome.
okay.
You feel me?
Yeah. What part of Miami?
North Miami Beach.
North Miami Beach. Nice. You went to North Beach High?
North Miami Beach Senior High School.
Nice.
NMB.
That's awesome. Wait, are you Haitian?
Yeah.
Okay. Big
I
pop.
said.
I'm Haitian too. I'm Haitian too. From Santo Domingo.
And
You know what I'm saying? We neighbors.
Yeah. And you guys are actually neighbors now. You still live. Don't you live in North Miami Beach?
I live in North Miami Beach too. Yeah.
Say less.
And what brought you into mental awareness, man? How'd you get into that?
I mean, to be honest with you, living in NMB, man, people are going through it.
Absolutely.
You have kids doing
Inner
drugs.
city.
You already know what time it is. People doing drugs, they have gang violence. And one thing I realized that there was no counselors out there that looked like them, that talked like them, who they could relate to.
Right.
See, when I growing up, the people that looked up, the people who they went to was people like Dr. Phil.
Right.
And I know the people I fuck with, they ain't going to no Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Right. So I said, you know what, give back to my community. I need to do something like join in the mental health atmosphere and then give back by talking about mental health and what it looks like and how to deal with it ultimately.
That's awesome. Let me ask you, were you always like into that? Did you always think about mental health when you were going to?
Hell no.
Where the women at, where the money at.
Yeah. So when you first went to school, what were you thinking about studying?
Oh, listen, like most inner city black kids, I thought I was going to MBA.
Yeah.
Nice.
So once I realized...
He looked like he got ups too, though.
Like LeBron. Once I realized it was not going to happen, I had to take a different path.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I played ball too. I thought I was going to the league for a minute too. Till I got to like 11th grade, I'm like, man, you ain't going to go. And where'd you study? Where'd you go to college for this?
I went to Bethune-Cookman University.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's
HBCUs,
in
Daytona.
Daytona, that's right. Bethune-Cookman and FAMU, two big black colleges here in Florida, man.
Yep.
They do. What do they got? Is it the luau or some big party they
the
do?
Classic.
The classic.
Yeah.
The classic. That gets crazy, man.
Check it out, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's that? He know everybody over. He plugged up over there, so we can go. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
He gonna take us over there.
All you got to do is go and say, Doc.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm here with the doc. Come right in, sir. Come right in.
That's awesome, man. And so now, how'd you get into treating athletes?
Well, because I'm an athlete myself, I like to play football and basketball. I decided to do something that I'm passionate about. Because I'm also a musician as well.
Okay, nice.
I used to act, I used to model, I did a little bit of everything. So being in the entertainment industry, I gotta have an idea what they go through on a day-to-day basis that most people wouldn't know what they go through.
Right.
Because I know being an athlete, you have to perform at the highest level despite what you may be going through. Right. And sometimes that's also dealing with your mental health. Right. And what people don't realize that if you don't take care of your mental health, that can impact you physically as well.
Absolutely. And look what just happened with Simone Biles, right, during the Olympics, man.
Yeah.
She was going through some mental stuff. Ryan Garcia, the boxer, just went through something like that. I mean, it happens on a daily basis. A lot of people, the majority of people keep their mouth quiet about it, which is.
But since the pandemic now, a lot of people got exposed with their mental health issues.
Right.
So a lot of times people look at the pandemic like as a bad thing, but for me, I say it's the eye opener for a lot of people to deal with their mental health.
Right. I agree. And what's some of the things that? What's some of? I don't know. What's a normal day-to-day thing in mental awareness? Depression is the highest thing, maybe.
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, anxiety is very common on all of us.
Right.
So people look at it as a bad thing, but we all need it. As an athlete, especially going to school or even going to work, you get a little anxious, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It only becomes a bad thing when it prevents you from actually living life on a day-to-day basis.
Right. And let me ask you: do you can you prescribe? You could prescribe things for people for anxiety?
Oh,
stuff? No. Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Just talk therapy.
Yeah. No. I mean,
also take us through it. Take us through the
exactly.
whole vibe. Like, how would it?
Well, it depends who I'm dealing with. I always say I meet my clients where they at. So some of my clients are actors and actresses. So to be honest, I role play with them.
Okay.
Because that's their comfort zone.
Right.
Football players outdoor football, we talk mental health. Basketball players will shoot hoops. So whatever my client needs, I make them feel comfortable so we can talk about the nitty gritty stuff.
Okay, that's awesome. So,
Yeah, that's
dope. So you mostly go to your client, wherever that? Okay, that's awesome.
Mobile.
Yeah. No, and I know. I mean, Hollywood's another thing. Acting, that's another thing. It ain't easy, man. That's a roller coaster ride of a career.
I mean, you see it all the time. People like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Robin Williams, Heath Ledger. Outside looking in, it looks like they have it all going up for themselves. But really, they're struggling. They're actually dying inside. And unfortunately, they actually die physically as well.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes, yep.
And what are some of the things that you would help a person that are going through those things, to get through those process?
Let them know that, you're human too. I think that as athletes and entertainers, we feel like we are just on another level, but you cry too, you have anxiety, you have issues too that you got to deal with. You're not a robot. I know the world expects you to just bypass everything, but you got to deal with your shit too.
Yeah.
Right.
We all do.
Yeah.
Damn,
Absolutely.
We're about to book the studio right now. Go with the doc to the studio so we can talk to him in my comfort zone.
Every time you open your eyes in the morning, boy, you got to start dealing with your issues. You know what I mean? Real life hits you. And so again, like how did it come to be mental health? Like when you went to school, you went to Bethune-Cookman. Were you going for what were you going for? Psychology.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you already wanted to deal with the brain.
Yeah, but like what you know about this field is that they say that we don't make a lot of money. So I was like, damn, I want to get paid. But then that's why I decided, besides being a typical therapist out there, do something what I'm passionate about. Like I said, I used to act, I used to model, I'm an athlete, I'm a musician. I decided to do all those things that I'm passionate about to be the people that I work with as well. And that's how I get to where I'm at right now and get paid a pretty good buck too. You feel me?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You feel me?
No, so he's doing what he loves.
I got to.
You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it in every space of the things that he likes.
Yeah.
Do you have any contracts with like the NBA or NFL or everything is to you on your own?
The client.
Me on my own, man.
Yeah.
I like it like that. It gives me a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have an office?
I don't need one.
No, that's awesome. Right? Mobile,
Yeah, okay.
Especially now during the pandemic, your office is your cell phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you be on Zoom. You got your underwear on one time.
So today we're going to talk about.
Yeah. And so I saw you at the Sports Illustrated Awards. Were you just there? Were you there with the client, or you were just there?
I had a client who invited me to be there.
Okay, yeah, because he was sitting down with us, man. It was an amazing experience over there too, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I was, we were sitting around all great stars, man. When I seen Tom Brady right next to us, I was like, oh. Me and Mike made a face at each other. Like, bro, you seen Brady? Yeah, it was amazing.
No, you was there too. They put the camera on you. DJ Khaled came through.
We the best.
Yeah. No, it was awesome, man. And how long you been doing this now?
10 years now.
10 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
You look young.
I know. You know what I'm
Right? How old are you?
I'm 33.
Oh, you are young.
Yeah.
Damn, you've been doing it since you were 23?
Yeah.
That's great, man. Got a good head on your shoulders. Me at 23,
He was willing and dealing.
yeah. I needed somebody like you to talk about my mental health, man. And do you ever, I know you come from, in North Miami Beach. There's a lot of inner city, a lot of struggle, a lot of mental health issues. Did you ever at any point deal with people from the hood?
All the time, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm always going back to just talk to them. Playing ball. Yes, I still play ball in the hood now.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
That's my comfort zone.
That's awesome.
And I realize sometimes people never grew. And, back in the hood, they're still doing the same thing they did back in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Mainly because they're dealing with mental health issues that they didn't know that they was going through back then.
Right.
So now sharing that life, sharing that information, now they're like, you know what, let me go talk to somebody. Instead of just dealing on my own, there's actually someone out there who can help me out.
Right. No, and I heard, I remember hearing this a couple of years back, man. When you grow up in an inner city or a big city like Miami itself, man, you when you get to a certain age, there is a sort of PTSD from growing up, from gunshots and violence and all types of things you go through, just growing up and seeing things. Do you help people with PTSD also?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Especially, people. I had a kid, they 10 years old, said, I said, years he's only get killed. I said, yeah, I see people get killed all the time. Yeah. So for them, that became the norm.
Right.
But not realizing that could cause you, of course, trauma.
Right.
Secondary trauma. So now you're going up, you're going through life thinking that's normal. People getting shot, people getting killed.
Yeah.
And to believe it or not, it's going to affect your relationships too.
Of course.
Because now you don't have a sense of emotions. Now you're thinking, now you become hardcore, and when you become hardcore with your lady, guess what? You're not opening up to her, you're not sharing with her, and now it's going to cause conflict. So believe me when I tell you, it's all connected. This is why it's good to have this conversation, because a lot of people are going through what I've been realizing.
No. I really before you.
I'm getting cured right now.
Yeah, no, and before you even came in, I was telling him, like, man, it's awesome to have you here and have this conversation, because I always, like I said, I go through mental health issues myself, in the sense that working out for me is something that keeps me not only healthy physically, healthy mentally and spiritually. When I don't go to the gym for a certain amount of days, whether it's because of myself, I'm being whatever it is at the moment, and I don't make it there, I know after 2 days is my day. On the third day, I'm not feeling right. You know what I mean? So, and that's just on a short basis of just the gym, but everybody goes through their thing. So I know mental health is a huge issue.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's many different ways you can deal with mental health too, if your coping skills. You talking about working out? For me, I meditate in the shower. Anybody take long showers? I do.
Yeah, I'll be in the 10 minutes.
Just vibe, meditating.
What type of meditation do you do? Do you just you zone out? Do you listen to music?
Just zone out, stay present.
Yeah.
Because especially when you're in the industry, there's a lot of things on your mind. Yeah. You think about you're trying to perform, you're trying to be great. So just staying in the present goes a long way. It sounds simple, but a lot of people have a problem staying in the present.
You're absolutely right.
Staying in the present,
right, man. I actually learned some breathing exercises the other day, and it's a real short thing, but that's where my attention span is. Yeah. So it helps me.
Let's do it. Can we do it?
We could. You ready?
Where is it? Go.
We're gonna have to edit this out. And so I heard. I would have done it. I don't want to do it here and be like boogers. All right. You gotta breathe hard. Boogers don't come out on the mic.
Oh man.
I heard your youngest patient was 3 years old.
Yeah.
And that was for mental health also.
Yeah.
Wow. So I mean,
how did that happen?
Well, I mean, it must have been a traumatized little kid, no?
Yeah. Sometimes you have kids who can become a little bit aggressive, with their parents, with their family, even with friends or even their classmates. So doing play therapy with the kids to help them understand that sometimes you can't hit somebody and think that's normal.
Right.
For that kid, because watching his kids, his mom and dad abusing each other, fighting all the time, he thought it was okay to do it with other kids. So stuff like that we take for granted. A lot of kids are going through it.
Yeah.
And sometimes to teach them that this is right, this is wrong goes a long way.
Right. And so let's say just in this case, because that's the one I know, with the 3-year-old kid, did the parents bring him to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you ever get called in by schools or anything for any help?
Not many times.
No.
Mainly because they can't afford me, but
Yeah.
And, yesterday's price is not today's price. Right?
No, but you know what, man? It'd be dope to set something up. Maybe even with North Miami Beach High School. You know what I mean? Just go back and be able to talk to kids and let them see that you came from there. And
as a matter of fact, I work with the Big Brothers Big Sisters now, and I do something called hip hop therapy, where I teach kids about mental health through the use of hip hop.
Oh, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Damn,
that's a great door to open for the kids right there too.
Yeah.
So what, you got raps like that?
They rap, they sing, they dance. I mean, it's pretty cool to see. To be honest with you, kids are our future, and music is that gateway to connect with them.
Absolutely.
So connecting the two, hip hop and mental health, goes a long way with the kids.
Absolutely.
They love that shit.
Absolutely. Like, I'm a little hip hop star right there, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Junior,
I see you, Junior, back there in the cut.
Hey, do you work close with the military at all? With anybody in the military for PTSD and stuff like that?
Not very often.
No. So what? So you mostly you said athletes and actors and stuff like that.
Yeah, but anyone who gives me a call, I work with everybody.
Okay.
But my niche is definitely people in the entertainment industry.
Okay. You ever go out to LA and stuff and work with people?
Oh man, LA's my second home, man.
Oh man,
All the time.
LA just by itself needs mental health.
They do.
Oh man.
And what at this point now, at this level of your career, already 10 years in, you know what I'm saying? What continues to inspire you about what you do?
To be honest, just to pave the way for other people coming after me. Because back then I was the only one.
Yeah.
With a class of 30 or 40 people, there'll be one male. The rest females. Of course, I had no problem with all these females. But I realized we need more males because males are the ones that are struggling the most. They're the ones that's going through this trauma. They're the ones seeing people getting killed every day. They're the ones that's being labeled as being aggressive, but not knowing that, and not having people who look like them, talk like them, that can speak on their behalf. They have to know they're not aggressive. They're just disappointed. They're not aggressive. They're just going through a lot of things in their life that they don't know how to deal with. So only people who are also males too can understand that sometimes. So that's why I just want to pave the way for other males in the industry, or just black people, or just people of color in general to be in this industry, because we need it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, I agree, man. And I'll tell you what, like me as a kid, which I'm sure a lot of people went through, and almost everybody, growing up, I was punching holes in the walls. I didn't know how to express myself. I didn't know how to verbally talk to people, Honestly, I'm 40 years old now. I'm still learning, you know what I mean?
We all learn.
I got to tell myself not to punch a hole in the wall. guess what? I'm going to have to fix it and pay for it.
Nah, that shit's going to cost me $300.
Is there any one thing, like when you were a kid or a teenager or anything that inspired you to go with mental health?
Of course, like I said, I used to play basketball.
Right.
So, like most innocent black kids, I got myself in a little trouble.
Right.
But, I love basketball so much. So, because I got in trouble, I started to skip school. I got a call from my coach one day. He said, "Sorry, Jeb, but I need to cut you from the team." That, my world was crushed. And during that time frame, I went through a form of depression as well. Because, of course, I thought I was going to the NBA. So when he told me I was not going to be no longer in the team, I'm like, oh, my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do in my life.
Yeah.
So here I am at home struggling, thinking, okay, my life sucks. I don't know what I'm going to do. My parents don't know what's going on with me because, like I said, they don't believe in mental health. They're from Haiti, so they don't know what mental health is or what it looks like. So I had to deal with it on my own. And I realized later on, after I got through it with a guidance counselor at school, is that we need more people talking about mental health, because a lot of people are struggling, going through depression, thinking it's okay or this is a normal part of life, but really it's a mental health issue. You need to have a professional to help you deal with it.
Damn.
That's true, man.
That's it.
That's true. That's true. And you know what? Going back to what he said, it's true. A lot of times when you're growing up and your parents don't know really about mental life, man, just get over it, man.
Yeah,
figure it out. Man up.
Man up, exactly.
Yeah, man up is that's
my mom will be like, "Ponte viva por u." I'm like, what? What does that have to do with anything?
But you can't man up anxiety. You can't man up depression or bipolar or schizophrenia. You gotta actually need some people to help you out.
Yeah, you can't put a Band-Aid on that.
You can't.
Yeah.
People try to, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what would you recommend to I'm in my mind, I'm thinking of what we can do as a unit, right? Like this is our team right here. You know what I'm saying? This is our team right here as a unit to help each other. Like sometimes I don't know what he's going through, but maybe he's going through something, you know what I'm saying? Or him or her, you know what I'm saying? Or anybody in this room right here right now, and anybody watching. So I'm just saying, what do you think we can do to help each other continue, you know what I'm saying, on the right path?
On a positive head.
I would say check on your strong friends. The one who's doing the less, the one who talks the less, or probably talks the most, is probably needs the most help.
Yeah.
But they never share it. So I would say daily check-ins. Hey, how you doing? No, really, bro. How you really doing? Right. And get to the nitty-gritty, because sometimes we're going through it and we hide it, thinking that, just one day. No, it could become one day, then a week, and then a month. The next thing you know,
it's 10 years.
10 years, and you're losing it.
Yeah.
Now you feel like you're all alone. Then for some people, they commit suicide. So we're trying to prevent that from happening by just doing daily check-ins.
Boom, daily check-ins. That's the Don't Blink podcast, you know what I'm saying, gem of the episode.
Absolutely, man. And you know what? I'm big on that, man. I've always been like that. I check on my friends.
Yeah.
I always hit people up. We got a group text with everybody here, making sure everybody's good. You know what I mean?
I would say every year you get a physical, because you got to. Yeah. You get a physical checkup. Do that with your mental health as well. Get a yearly checkup of your mental health. Make sure that everything's all right with you.
How would you go about that? Like what goes down with the mental health check?
just sharing any concerns that you may have, because sometimes it could be a quick hey, I'm going through this, but I got it, and that's okay.
So just look for somebody that you can talk to and give
somebody, or at least have a healthy support system.
Right.
Because your therapist, you could talk to them once a week or twice a week, but having a support system, you could talk to them forever.
Right.
Hell yeah.
And that's very helpful.
Damn, support system and daily check-in.
Daily check-ins.
Yeah.
Support system and daily check-in.
That's it.
We in it.
Let me ask you, how was 2020 for you, man? How was when the pandemic started? How did everything go? Did you have a rough patch where you figured it out?
That shit was tough.
Yeah.
See, because I'm an extrovert. Yeah. So when they told my ass I had to stay at home, that was shit.
Hell yeah.
The shit was hard to sell.
Yeah, you dressing up at the crib, throwing music in the crib, putting the club on at the house. It was a tough year for you?
It was tough. Business sense is a very good year,
right.
Of course. Dealing with a lot of people who, like I said, finally dealing with the mental health. But personally, it was a struggle.
So you had to deal with your own mental health?
Oh, most definitely. Because I went through a form of depression too. Because like I said, I like going to events and being engaged. So taking that away from me, now I had to figure another way to live life.
Right.
Which I think all of us have to do.
Yeah.
In 2020. Even now, I think we're still trying to learn that.
Absolutely. And 2020. It also helped a lot of people, think back and get that hustler mentality where like, all right, this way, these doors closed, you got to come over, pivot, open some other doors.
Which is almost like what he did. You know what I'm saying? What he ended up doing. You know what I'm saying? Pivoting, boom, boom, finding out where the lane was, and then
exactly.
Right, providing virtual sessions, being mobile, not needing an office. So I had to pivot at that point.
Hell yeah. And then one thing I wanted to ask, because I'm also like, I wanted to ask you, like, how do you help yourself with your own mental issues?
Very good question. I mean, it changes from week to week, but just stay balanced, stay grounded, because healing out people's stories, it does take a toll on you.
Yeah.
Right? Whoever told you it doesn't, they're fucking lying.
Right. And you were saying one of the things you do is meditate in the shower.
I do every day. About 15, 30 minutes. Just stay present, stay grounded, but also working
Mom
out.
be coming. What you doing in there, boy?
Leave me alone, mama.
No, I'm not jacking off.
Taking all the hot water.
No, definitely meditation is a great thing, man. I used to do yoga. That was my time to meditate too, because you're in there just doing what you got to do. Mm-hmm. So
staying grounded is one of the things that you would do to help yourself.
Playing ball.
Playing ball.
Exercise,
staying busy.
Exercise.
Also, sometimes I even journal. Just put my thoughts on paper, because sometimes the mind likes to wonder, and if you don't have an outlet for that, those thoughts, you need to have an outlet. So I like to journal, put it on paper, just like a process it later on. So that definitely helps out for me.
No, and you know what? That's great too, man. Because they say when you're thinking about something and you write it down, it kind of releases a little pressure off you. You're holding it in, and once you write it down, you kind of releasing that pressure, And they say, coming back to what he said, an idle mind is the devil's playground. That's an old saying. That means when you ain't got nothing to do, you start getting them bad thoughts. I want to drink. I want to chill. I want to go out. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I can see where that works, because I do that. I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is sit down and try to remember what I did yesterday or what I'm going to do today, and write that down. And if you did have a problem during the day, if I did, or whatever I considered was a quote unquote problem, write it down. And you know what? Once you read it, it's like, bro, that wasn't that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're holding it in here too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also want to say, sometimes we tend to be very hard on ourselves when we don't accomplish everything we have set our mind to, especially being in this industry. So I always tell my people that just take a step back and set goals, but if you don't accomplish it, it's okay. I think that we have a very difficult time just realizing that you have to tomorrow or the next day to accomplish whatever goal you have set for yourself. So take your time. There's no rush.
I agree. And I actually heard something the other day that really hit something in me, which was like write daily goals.
Yep.
And then have long-term goals, because then you start, if you write long-term goals, which is great, but then you don't reach it at a certain time, and you feel like it's not coming. You know what I mean? And that's something you got to work towards. So set yourself some daily goals where you can check them off, and it gives you a little sense of
accomplishment, and then also it's leading you towards that big goal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. If you just leave the big goal, you might get lost in the mix. You might find some distraction, little mama on the side or something.
Exactly.
And then, of course, positive affirmations.
Oh, that's great.
Just very helpful. I would say sometimes as human beings, we are our own critics, but we're never our biggest fan, and you gotta be, because if you don't be a biggest fan, who will be?
Right.
Yeah.
So stuff like I'm strong, I'm fast, I'm powerful. Believe me, it makes you feel a lot better once you're saying that every day, every morning, if you do it correctly.
I agree, man. I'm big on that too. Actually, I'm big on that.
I'm gonna start that tomorrow.
Maybe tonight.
I got a couple of things already printed in my house, man. I'm telling you, every morning right there with my journal. If you had anybody, if to any young man out there, man, that's watching this and wants to pursue the same thing you were doing, what words you got for them?
Be true to yourself. I mean, the books is the books, man, but the books is only being traditional. That doesn't make you special. Being special is accepting, embracing who you are, and accepting that you could change a lot of people's world. You don't have to be for everybody, but you are for someone. And I realized for me that I can connect with a lot of people who look like me, connect with me, who talk like me, and they feel the same way about me as well. So those are the people who I want to help, and I want to pave the way for other people coming behind me. Trust me, it starts with someone. It started with me, but it doesn't end with me. I want to make sure there's a diverse group of clinicians all across the world who can help all types of people as well.
Damn, that's awesome, bro. Hell yeah, bro. I feel inspired right now, bro. Drop a beat, Rex. No, I'm just kidding.
That's awesome, man. For real. That's awesome, man. We do need a lot more people in your industry, man, to get out there and anybody that needs help, speak up. Find someone to speak to, a family member, a friend. You know what I mean? Don't hold it in.
Yeah, or ask Jeff.
That's it. Or hit us up on Don't Blink, man. We'll connect you with Dr. Jeff, man.
Yeah. So it's a great way to start the year too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With these topics and these, and these conversations that we're having. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually, it feels really good right now. It's feeling real good right now. The energy's real good right now.
Energy's through the roof, baby. Hey, I want to ask you about How We See It.
Yeah.
You got a nonprofit called How We See It?
Yeah.
What's that about?
So that's what I do with the hip-hop therapy.
Okay. Awesome.
So I go to different schools, different local organizations, provide mental health awareness any way that I can, because I know the kids need it. The kids are our future, so I got to find a way to reach them any way that I can.
Absolutely.
If there's any way that you can, sign us up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On the next five.
I'll say less then.
Yeah. Don't blink, love the kids, baby.
Yeah.
And what's up with Rocker Management?
Oh, geez, I got my hands in everything.
Let's go, man. Let's go. That's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
So were you a managing artist?
Yeah, managing artists, athletes,
okay,
and also other clinicians, because I realize there's a lot of people who want to do what I do but don't know how to get involved with what I'm doing. So I try to teach them the way.
Okay, that's dope.
Damn, that's awesome.
We got to get Dr. Jeff. We got to get him on a reality show, man.
Let's do it.
His own podcast. We can start with a podcast. What's up?
Hey, man. Hey, you know what would be dope? We get him once a week in here. We got Dr. Jeff in here, special guest.
What's up?
Hey,
I'm down.
We got no bullshit, man. That fucking little mental health gem.
Hell yeah, affirmations.
We'll talk after the show.
Hell yeah, I'm down for that.
Let me ask you something, man. Big question. This is show 54.
Okay.
And we ask it every show to every guest. We want to know: do you believe in aliens?
As a client,
he said shit.
No, he said as a client. That's good. Yeah, man. So let me tell you where this started at, man. Okay. So first of all, I started because when we started the show, a year ago.
About a year ago.
Happy birthday, Don't Blink.
Yeah.
Donald Trump had done this COVID bill where they said they were going to release all UFO information after a certain amount of days. So those days came and they didn't release anything that we didn't already know. Maybe a couple things here and there. But as a kid, it always intrigued me. The pyramids still do. UFO things still do. Are we the only people on this planet? It's hard to tell. You ever thought about anything like that?
Yeah. Well, I would say life is not black and white; it's all gray. So there's a lot of things that's going on that we don't know, but I definitely want to figure out all those things if possible.
That's true. Mm-hmm. I tell everybody, man, I think I'm an alien, man.
Yeah, I'm an alien.
Growing up
sure.
in Miami, I'm sure I saw some alien shit, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. on episode what was it, 48 with D with Ash with the video that she put that we put in the thing. Recorded some UFOs flying in New York and shit like that.
No, and actually we had the Schmo on here. He showed us
another video in Vegas.
Yeah, he's from Vegas, and he showed us some weird stuff too, man. So yeah, we're always talking about aliens.
So what did Jeff say? You believe in it or you not believing it?
I believe there's something out
there's something out there, right?
And they probably need mental health too.
Hey, somebody's gonna grab your shoulder, man. He got mental health issues.
That's all right.
My brother, what you got coming up in the near future, man? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Ask Jeff, or LinkedIn or Dr. Jeff Rocker, or Facebook on Celebrity Therapist Dr. Jeff Rocker. By the way, I'm known as a celebrity therapist. That is my title.
Oh, is it? All right,
hell
awesome, awesome.
Celebrity therapist,
Awesome.
boy.
So people would just hit you up on either of those
Yeah.
on social media to if they want an appointment,
Yeah.
they want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome.
And 2022, how's it looking for you?
It's looking lovely right now.
Yeah.
Alright, you know, first week over here, don't blink, baby. This is the way you start the year. You feel me?
Let's
So
go,
fresh,
man.
so clean.
Yeah, I feel good, man. Hey, man, thank you so much for being on the show.
Of course,
we
my
truly
brother.
appreciate you.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Yes,
And-
sir.
And honestly, man, let's talk to them now when the show finishes, man. It'd be great to drop gems from a doctor every once in a while here on the show, man.
No, for sure. And also, you know, this year we're going to be having some Fighting versus Hunger, which is, you know, we go out and feed the
feed
you
the
know what I'm saying,
homeless,
feeding
yeah.
the homeless
Yeah,
out
we
here in
feed them,
Miami.
yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, we definitely going to be sending you the invite.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
absolutely. No,
You know what I
you're
mean?
part of the Don't Blink family, man. So
Hell yeah.
I'd love to have you here, and let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
And
Yes,
maybe
sir.
work on some music too, 2022.
Hey.
We work on some music. What's
All
up,
right
Jeff?
now.
Hey, ask Jeff, or you better
Let's
ask
do it.
Too Nice.
Happy
Hey.
New Year, everybody out there watching. We appreciate you, man. We hope you have a great 2022. This is just the beginning, baby.
Yes. Let's
Thank
go.
you. Too nice. Thank you, my brother,
All
Dr.
day.
Rocker in the building. Hey, don't blink.
I think me and Too Nice got something great going on. We got some great guests coming up. It's gonna be dope. We got some dope people that already signed up to do it with us, which is great. A lot of people show us love, and it's because we love them back for sure.